question I'm always asked. What is a future classic? I mean, you can probably put your finger on any Aston Martin that's currently out there, or any Jaguar that's currently out there. They will be future classics. Even some of the BMW range at the moment, that'd be future classics. Definitely Mazda MX-5. That's going to be a future classic because they are just classic cars that are sort of being made today. But if I was to put my smart money somewhere right now, it's a surprising bunch of cars that I've sort of come up with. One of them being a CLIO Williams. Now, the CLIO Williams is on the ascent price-wise, and it's marching on the ascent. Great car. If you can find the first gen, you'll be in the money. If you can find the first gen, because they are making big, strong money. But then they did something really cheeky. Once they sold out all the first gens, which they promised they was only doing one generation, they then made the second generation of CLIO Williams 2. And then once they sold out all of them, they did it again and did the CLIO Williams 3. But they're all good cars, but try and get the lowest number possible, preferably the first gen, which is a great car. The next one, a surprising modern car, also considered by some a supercar as well, but still can be had for, you know, it's fairly pricey, but good money. You're looking at around 35, 40 grand to get your bum in the seat of an Audi R8. And I would go for the first generation car, manual, which would be an amazing thing to own. But again, that is a car that's, it actually went below that in terms of price. It's bounced and now it's on its way back up because people have appreciated just how good they are. A Mazda RX-7 is next on my list. The Mazda RX-7 is just a phenomenal little car. It's got so much going for it. It's only that little 1.3 engine, but it's not only because it's an iconic car in the terms that it's a rotary engine, it spins up to like 9,000 RPM. You think you're going to blow it up in between every gear. It's just that what makes that car a classic is every time you go in a pub and somebody asks you about your car, you can use the word wankel. And it's just wonderful to be able to use that. So definitely a Mazda RX-7. This one is a bit of a surprise for you. And I don't want you to, you know, switch your monitor off or you put your phone down when I say this, because this is a surprise for everyone. LEXUS, the LS range, the early LS400s. They're a big saloon car. They were reverse engineered, basically, big Mercedes SELs that they took back to Japan and they just made better and they made them bulletproof. Believe it or not, just a couple of years ago, you could buy them for less than £1,000. Today, you're looking at spending anywhere between £3,000 and £5,000. So that tells you one thing. It's a modern classic and it's on the way up. And people are now going, wow, that was an incredible car. And you can get a lot of luxury for not a lot of buck. So that's a good one to look out for. And last on my list, and it is always worth saving to last because I'm going to use the word that you know I'm going to use, is the word Porsche. But the Porsche market is a very strange market. The 911 market is gone. Forget that. We have to, you know, we have to dig deep into our pockets if we want to buy a future classic 911. They're all pricey. Even a new car that comes out seems to sell for more money than a list price. So you can forget that. Then you go down the ranks with Porsche and you end up with ever cheaper cars. But the cars that are making headways at the moment are Porsche 924s. And the reason being is because they are still affordable and still cheap. It's the easiest way to get yourself that Stuttgart badge. And I've been saying for the past 2 years, keep an eye out on the Porsche 928. See, these things, they go through sort of periods. If you can't get a 911, they're too expensive, you go for the next one down and you're going to go for a 944. And if you can't get a 944 turbo, because now they're getting expensive, you go for the next one down, it's a 924. But the 928 is this super engineered 5-litre V8 automatic, most of them, that was just sideways sort of engineered by Porsche. And I think one of the most beautifully engineered cars ever. And yet they bottomed. They went down to like £5,000. Now you're looking at 15, 20 grand. Believe it or not, one recently sold at auction, and I think this is possibly a record, over £100,000. So the prices of 928s are on the way up. So there you have it. They are my choices of modern classics and where to invest your money. But if you lose money, please don't come back and shoot me.